Southern Germany, March 1922. A small farmstead sits isolated, surrounded by forest and open land. No close neighbors, no street lights, just distance and silence. This place had a name. Hinterkaifeck. Days before anything happened, something already felt wrong. The farmer, Andreas Gruber, told people he had found footprints in the snow. They led from the forest, straight toward the house, but there were no tracks leading back out. Whoever came in didn't leave the same way. Then came the sounds. Footsteps in the attic. Not once, not imagined, repeated, measured, like someone walking above them. Gruber checked. He found nothing. No broken entry, no person, just space. Around the same time, keys went missing. A newspaper appeared on the property one no one in the family had bought. Small things, easy to ignore, until they start forming a pattern. Days later, a new maid arrived. She had barely settled in. Within hours, she was dead. The crime itself didn't happen all at once. That's what makes it worse. One by one, members of the family were lured into the barn and killed. Not in panic, not in chaos, but in sequence, as if someone was controlling the moment. 6 people died on that farm, including children and the maid who had just arrived. But the part that unsettled investigators wasn't just the killings. It was what came after. Because the killer didn't run. For days, someone stayed on that farm. Neighbors noticed smoke still rising from the chimney. The animals were being fed. Bread had been cut. Meals prepared. Life continued. Inside a house where everyone was already dead. Whoever did it didn't just escape. They remained. Calm enough to cook. Quiet enough not to be seen. Comfortable enough to stay. When the bodies were eventually discovered, the scene raised more questions than answers. There were signs of careful movement. No rushed exit. No panic cleanup. Just a strange, controlled stillness. Investigators searched for suspects. They questioned locals, examined family connections, even considered people who had once worked on the farm. Nothing held. No arrest. No clear motive. No explanation that fit everything. Years passed, then decades, and still, one detail refuses to settle. Someone was likely living inside that house before the murders even happened. The footprints, the attic sounds, the missing keys, the feeling that something was already there, watching, waiting, learning their routine, which turns the entire case into something else. Not a sudden crime, but a slow presence. Because the most disturbing possibility isn't that the killer came and left. It's that they were already inside, long before anyone realized. And if that's true, then the family didn't just face a threat. They lived with it, day after day, under the same roof. No one was ever caught. No confirmed identity. No final answer. Just a farmhouse in rural Germany, and a question that still doesn't sit right. How long was the killer there before anyone noticed? History is not old. History is living inside us. One day, one event, one lesson. Mr. Feedy,